Hey everyone, welcome back to another Selfish Sunday. Today's episode is all about getting that dream life, manifesting everything that you want in this life, in this lifetime. But before we get into it, let's address why I didn't post last week, okay? Just completely I just wanna get it over with. I just talk about it because I'm not gonna act as if I posted last week. No, I didn't. I took a week off and basically I need to be selfish for a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna use that excuse, and I think it's very fitting, and I think it's very real that I had to be selfish. I had to take a step back just for a quick sec because I would not have been able to get the episode up without sacrificing some sort of something happening in my life. I just had so many plans because I had a bunch of things for friends and I had other videos that I had to make on other platforms and stuff like that. And also on the YouTube, my camera is tilted. Fixed it. If it's not fixed, I'm so sorry. Something weird's happening. Also, if you're watching the video version on YouTube, yeah, the lighting's really weird right now. This is 7 p.m. lighting. I know. Subtle promo for the YouTube version. It's just it's a vibe. I mean, it's not good for portable version. You know what I'm talking about? If you're on the bus, don't pull up this YouTube video, stop. But unless that's so you do you. So yeah. I didn't get a post up because I had to take a sec for myself. Because like I said, I think I'd be really severely overwhelmed if I had gotten the selfish episode up last week. But we're here now, and I'm so glad to be back. It feels right to be sitting here, recording this podcast. So we're about to get started into this episode. Now that disclaimer's happened, I do have my drink today. I have matcha today. Usually I have an iced coffee, but today we're doing matcha. I feel like I'm in a matcha era. This era was not by choice, to be honest. I started because I ran out of my favorite instant coffee. And so we've resorted to this. I'm not complaining too much because matcha is amazing. I know there's lots of matcha lovers out there, people who love matcha more than coffee. I am not one of those people. I literally 9 times out of 10 would go for an iced coffee over a matcha. So I'm in my forced matcha era right now, which is cool because I know that it's better for me, mentally. Regular coffee, just makes me, anxious sometimes. And I feel like I don't get that as much with matcha. Blessing in disguise. But you best believe next time I go to the grocery store, I'm getting my coffee granules back. And this is going to be a goner. So I'm going to enjoy this era while I still can. This is all to say, go get your drink of choice and get ready. Get your notes app ready. I know some of you take notes during these. That's amazing. Literally so good. I do the same thing when I listen to podcasts. So it's it makes me so happy. I'm oh my God, you guys are resonating with stuff. And I don't know, it makes me so excited. And yeah, I'm so appreciative of all the support for this podcast. And that was the longest intro of all time. I'm so excited to have broken the world record for longest podcast intro episode ever. But okay, let's get started. So you want to live your dream life. You want to create the life of your dreams and have all these things. You have all these bucket list items that you want to tick off in your lifetime. And, maybe it could be as simple as you're just not happy with where you currently are in life in a variety of different ways, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is. You might just not be happy, and that can change. I promise you, it can change. That's the first step in all this, and creating your dream life it's not the biggest step, because I'll tell you the biggest step. It's the name of this episode. The first step is you need to know that it's possible. You can't have doubts in your mind. Otherwise, you're not gonna get very far. If you don't think you can do it, if you don't think you can change your life, game over. You might as well. Why did you have the thought? There was no point, because you're not gonna get anywhere with that attitude. Or maybe you will. Maybe there's people that works for them, having self-doubt. I don't know. I'm not going to promote self-doubt on this podcast because I just don't believe in it. I don't think it's helpful. I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's efficient for building the life of your dreams. But I'm not going to say that it can't work, because who knows, okay? And again, I don't have a degree in motivation. So if that's a good strategy, then sure, maybe. But no, we're not doing that, okay? You, me, not for us. And more on that, it's sort of a lot of people, I think, when you tell them oh, you can just change this, especially when they're complaining about something. And I know it's hard to hear sometimes oh, but why don't you just change things up? Switch it up. If you are upset that you don't have something, go after it. I think there's a lot of pessimistic people out there who just don't see the possibility because they don't believe in it. They don't believe in themselves, which that is so fair, especially when you come, you know, from years of being disappointed in your life for a variety of reasons, either disappointed in yourself or other people or your environment, the circumstances, the cards you were dealt in life, right? Obviously, there's so much room to be disappointed and so much time for you to not believe in yourself. But if you want to make change, you have to. You have to get that belief from somewhere before you can start making meaningful change and go after that dream life. That's step one. And I will say, and I know for like speaking my experience, I had times where I did not believe in myself, where I lacked self-confidence, where I didn't think I was gonna get to this point where I am today. Even getting into the university I wanted to go to, you know, there are thoughts that crossed my mind back then when I was in high school, like I might not, you know, what happens then? Or to even be sitting here doing this. I know I say this a lot, but it's truly like a year ago, I could not fathom the idea of me like doing this. And you have to though, you have to get that belief, because what's the worst that can happen? And I think that's what started my sort of, like, I was gonna say awakening, but like, no way, that's the word. My beginning, okay, was believing in myself and thinking, well, there's so many people out there who are doing what I want to do in life, or living in a way that's just so fearless and happy and content, and why should I not be allowed to get that? And once you start thinking that, then it literally snowballs into you just like believing in yourself and thinking you can attain more and more and more. It's hard, yeah, for sure, especially at the beginning when you could have had a brutal like ego check or confidence meltdown or something where you were not in a good headspace to be confident in yourself, or didn't have a foundation to believe in yourself. But once you have that, I'm telling you, once you literally just believe in even the idea of there is better, of there is like an opportunity for you to level up, everything else is so much easier, and it comes naturally, and it's exciting, and it's fun, and we're getting into it. And okay, also there's literally a fly like flying, I guess, around my room right now. So if that is something that appears either like on audio or you see it flying across the screen, I can't do anything about it. It's been here forever. Also, every time I mention like the video, I feel so bad for people who are just listening. I just sound like the biggest troll right now. Just keep talking about like, oh my gosh, this is happening on the video and this is happening on the video, and you really should be watching the video. I'm so sorry. Okay, it took so long to get here, but the biggest part of getting that dream life and like chasing your dreams is the fact that you are living your dream life already. Sorry, I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds like, what are you talking about? Like, no, I am not living my dream life. Yeah, you are, or at least you have to convince yourself that you are. Otherwise, you won't be able to get there. This just is such a good way to fast track it and immediately be more satisfied and happy with life. You might have seen, I feel like it's all over TikTok, that's like, you have to be delusional to, you know, get what you want. Yeah, you gotta be crazy. You gotta be a little bit. You just have to be ambitious, and you have to have enough like open-mindedness to even accept the idea that like this is all possible, whatever, like I said before, but also that to even imagine what would it feel like if I were to be living my dream life right now. And that comes with time and practice and gratitude. I think gratitude and appreciation are what make it so easy to get to that state of mind. And there's so many ways that you can get to this point and like literally like convince yourself that you're living your dream life already. And when I say this, I learned this through like a bunch of like YouTube videos and TikToks and like doing my own readings and research and stuff. But I think the premise is, if you imagine your life to be a certain way, like if you think about what you want and then you imagine yourself already living that, you sort of attract it easier. It's like this law of attraction thing, and I firmly believe in it because yeah, it makes sense. If it's constantly on your mind that like, oh yeah, like I live in this certain place, I'm surrounded by these amazing people, you will seek that out in your everyday because it's in your mind, it's in your subconscious, whatever, and it makes it so much easier. It's literally like, there's a little experiment you can do, maybe it'll work for you, maybe it won't, but like literally 9 times out of 10 it works for me, is think of like an orange car, okay? Maybe you don't see them so often. Now that it's like if it's at the forefront of your mind and you say, okay, I'm gonna run into a bunch of orange cars. Not like run into them, like, oh my gosh, stop, don't do that. But I mean, like, you're going to see a bunch of orange cars. You might see a bunch of orange cars starting now because it's just something that's like on your mind, and it almost feels like magic, but it's not. It's just like hijacking your brain, kind of. But like in a good way, because like you're getting things like that you want, and it's healthy and it's fun and doesn't hurt anyone. There are a lot of ways to get to this point, right? Where you can convince yourself, and some of my favorites are doing little meditations. So you can look up guided like dream life meditation visualization things, and in these basically you imagine what you want, and then you just really truly visualize and take time to think, okay, like I'm there, I'm living it, this is the dream, this is for me, this is my reality. I like that one a lot. That one's just fun. Like you literally end it smiling. You end it smiling. And even if it doesn't work, okay, stay with me. Even if it literally doesn't work, what's the harm? You just spent like 5-10 minutes in like an amazing state of mind, and you're smiling now because that was so, it put you in a good mental state, because you're like, oh my gosh, like I can imagine it. I can literally see myself doing this and accomplishing this, and it just makes you happy. It makes you more positive. So that's one way, and that way is really, it is very, very quite literally imagining your dream life as if you were living it right now, like so on the nail. I don't know what the saying is. And then there are other more, I guess, like practical, not really practical, but more like conventional, I guess. I don't even know what to say, whatever. But practicing gratitude and appreciation in your everyday is going to make all the difference in convincing yourself you're living your dream life already, and also to help attract things that you want to come into your life. I've been using a gratitude journal for a couple years now, or have I been using it? Literally only for like a year now. But the difference it makes in your life is insane. And there's so many gratitude journals out there, by the way, and you can find one that works for you. The one that I have, it has 3 prompts in the morning, and it also has 3 prompts at night. You may have seen it on my Instagram because I post like the quote of the day and like affirmation of the day sometimes. But the 3 prompts in the morning are, so you write down 3 things you're grateful for. You write down 3 things that would make today great. And then you write down a daily affirmation. At the nighttime, you write your 3 highlights of the day. And then you also write down like 1 lesson you've learned from the day. And this has, like I said, genuinely changed my life. I find myself more in the present and more satisfied with life and happier with like the little things, because sometimes one of the things I'll write down, like, I'm grateful I woke up this morning, or I'm grateful that the sun's out. There's so many little things. And then the thing that I do for like the 3rd thing I write that I'm grateful for, I'll make it something that hasn't happened yet, but I'm imagining has already. So I'll be like, I'm grateful that I got a good grade on this assignment, or something along those lines. And just by writing that down, it feels like I already got that. And so I don't even know how it happens, but they just tend to happen. The things that you write down, it's like, oh my gosh, like it just completely changes your mindset. And I think that's the biggest thing, is you just get into this headspace where you're like, yeah, I have what I want. You know, I have a lot of my basic needs are covered, a lot of them, and I'm so grateful for that. And so you're like, oh, I'm grateful for this. And once you are grateful for the things that you already have in life, and that you appreciate all the things that you have, you can make more room for more blessings to come into your life. Because if you can't appreciate where you currently are in life and all that it took to get you to this point, how are you going to develop and grow and appreciate what's even yet to come? There's so much more out there, but you're not even grateful for what you already have, so why would you expect to receive more in your life? Another fun thing that like practicing gratitude and appreciation does is sometimes I'll realize as I'm like doing it, and as I'm just like, you know, consciously being grateful for things, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I achieved this. Like, this is something that I had been wanting for like years, and it happened, and I didn't even really think anything of it until now, because, you know, I wasn't in like a gracious and appreciative vibe. But once you are, it's so exciting to think of all the little things and even big things that you've accomplished without even noticing. It's nice. Like, it's nice to be proud of yourself and to, you know, own those accomplishments that you have. And sometimes it can like put you in the mood to keep going and keep chasing after things that you want, because you're like, oh my gosh, I did this. Like, yeah, like I ate, I popped off, I achieved this, I can do it again. And kind of helps restore that confidence or build on the confidence you already have, if that's the case. And it's good. And it's exciting. I don't know. I love talking about this stuff because it is so exciting to me. I think I've spent like the last few years really trying to get to the place that I am right now, where I am consistently grateful for things in my life and happy. And even when I'm having lows, I'm still grateful. I'm like, even when I'm like sad, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that I can feel sad, because not everyone does that. Or as a people, that's just something that a lot of us have the capability to do, and it's cool. So yeah, I don't know. It's just doing all this, it makes you such a positive person, or it makes you more of a positive person most of the time, I think. And it's really nice because, yeah, I wasn't always in this place. I think I was always a positive person, but I don't think I was always like content with life, you know, in the same way I am now. And definitely did not have the confidence I have now. I can tell you that for sure. Like, for years, I didn't start a YouTube channel, even though I've wanted to do it since I was a kid. And here I am, like, what? And I'm just so glad I get to, you know, that I have a platform to talk about this, because you all deserve to go after your dream life too. You deserve to live like the happiest, most fulfilling, successful life that you want to live. And you can do it. Like, I genuinely believe in you. And it's okay if you don't believe in yourself yet. It's okay if you need to take baby steps, and it's okay if you're not grateful for things yet. Everything comes with time and practice, and there's certain things that you can do that might work for you and some that might not, but just try, because doing all this and trying to be better, be a better person, you know, be better as a student, better in your career, whatever, it's all so worth it, and something you deserve. You deserve to be selfish and do things for you that'll advance you and level you up in life. I also think, and maybe this is like insane, but I think don't put a limit to how much you think you can accomplish, or what is like logical or reasonable. Like, who gives an F? I don't care. It can be the most outlandish, you know, accomplishment you want to achieve, but just set it. Because also, maybe it's just me, I would rather have like the highest, craziest, ambitious goal set, and like if I like flop, like at least it's pretty still high up there, because the goal itself was so unrealistic. Even achieving just half of it, a win is a win. It's a huge win. I'd rather that than set the bar too low and achieve it, because what if you could have gone so much higher? I don't know. I'm also just not the type of person to get super disappointed. I just feel like things happen, whatever. Like, you tried. It's not embarrassing. Like, who cares? I don't know. Maybe that's horrible advice, but it's so real and it's so true. No, genuinely, like, what is the harm except to yourself? Like, and that's why you just need to change your mindset, I think. Like, don't get discouraged if you fail at something, or if you don't achieve all the things you want to, or if like your dream life is taking a long time to happen. Don't get discouraged or disappointed, because then your progress is for sure not gonna like happen, or especially accelerate. Like, be patient and also appreciate what you have. You're already living your dream life. There's tons of good to look at, and once you do that, more things come in their own time. I think that's where I'm headed. That's where I want to end. Is all of this is amazing, and there's so many things, and you deserve to live your best life. Aspects of it will come when they come, and so you do need to be in the present, experience it, have your highs, lows, and enjoy the journey to reaching, like, you know, your pinnacle. Peak? I don't know. There's no peak. Okay, we're going higher and higher and higher. But you have to enjoy the journey there, because it's all fun. There's just so much joy in experiencing things. It'll all happen. Everything has a purpose, as long as you take away, you know, the best of it. No matter good nor bad, take away what you can, turn it into a positive, and be grateful. And remember, you're already living your dream life. That was today's episode. I hope you enjoyed on this Selfish Sunday, and I hope you have the best day. Hope there were things that you took away from this, things that made sense. Hopefully, hopefully what I said got across, like, in a way. But yeah, okay, go have the best day. I love you. See you next Sunday. My darling, I love you.